Hello, Mayhem Americans. Joel Papa Lunchbox here. We're going to take a trip down memory lane. A little segment that we, here on the show, like to call Remember When? Remember when I like to do Remember When. Do you really want to remember when? Remember. This week, we saw something very interesting happen on Raw. It echoed two very familiar factions in the WWE. You had your Triple H and your Randy Orton echoing Evolution, and you got your McMahons, of which Triple H is now also one with the Corporation. So this week, the question I'm posing to my friends here on the show is, what are your favorite memories of either the Corporation or Evolution? Sorg, let's start with you.
The Corporation, I keep going back to the joining of the Evil Corporation. Was one of my memories. It was me all along. The mysterious figure that was behind the whole thing, which ended
Corporate
up to
ministry. I like it.
What did I say that?
You said evil corporation.
You said the evil corporate.
The same
Close
thing. Yeah,
enough.
corporate ministry. That's what I meant.
That's close enough.
Then it just became this weird mashup of evil characters like the Acolytes and Midian and stuff.
Chest tattoos.
And the Mean Street Posse and Big Boss Man.
It was like Imagination Land.
Kind of was. Just kind of went together. It was like, what? Okay. Merger.
The corporate ministry.
And
Naked
Man.
Land.
So, I mean, just like, okay, that happened. I mean, that's one of my memories. But what about you, Eamon?
I'm going to pick Evolution for reasons that I don't have to state. But yeah, I actually really enjoyed Evolution. I thought, I actually wish they went on a bit longer than they did. Because I thought they were a really interesting stable, and they had enough aspects to them that sort of highlighted the strengths of each person and sort of hid their weaknesses, I think, in my opinion. One of my personal favorite parts of Evolution was when a certain someone who we won't talk about was World Heavyweight Champion. Triple H decided, you know what, I need to get my World Heavyweight Championship back. And I got to think of something devious to get that championship back. I know. There's a mentally challenged wrestler on our show. I'm going to try to recruit him in Evolution, because that's how I'm going to get my World Championship back. Did you remember the feud between Triple H and Eugene with Evolution?
I forgot that was a legacy thing.
No. Well, it was an Evolution thing.
Or Evolution, I'm sorry.
But yeah,
Legacy
it
of
was.
the Evil Corporation.
No, I remember it because like Ric Flair was always so pissy about it, and like would not deal with Eugene's bullshit. And I thought it was hilarious.
I love the idea of a pissy Ric Flair.
We'll get into that later.
AKA that's Ric Flair 100% of the time.
Yes.
But no, it was funny. I just thought it was real funny. And it ended in a SummerSlam match between Triple H and Eugene, because that's 2004 for you. Also, I really enjoyed the ascension of Randy Orton in that stable. A lot of people talk about his heel stuff and talk about like his Viper stuff where he was, doing home invasions with Triple H and all that stuff. Young, like up and coming legend killer Randy Orton, I think was the best he's ever been, in my opinion.
Yep.
I think it was just great.
Even Batista.
Awesome stuff.
Batista was the perfect enforcer, with that whole thing.
Yeah, that's my personal favorites. Rizz.
Defer. Okay.
Defer.
I actually have a twofer for one, and that is the Corporation. First, Gerald, Brisco, and Patterson. Whenever they were around, they were brilliant and funny and, sometimes weird. But it proved a point, and it was pretty cool to see. But the main one I want to get to is that we give a lot of shit to Triple H and back in the day, but he did some awesome parodies of The Rock, and one of them is when he did the Corporation parody with DX.
Mm-hmm.
It was him as The Rock. I think New Age Outlaws were the McMahons. And Vince had two guys kissing his ass, being Pat Patterson and Gerald Brisco. And is that the one? No. I'm thinking, Shawn Michaels was played by, what's his name? The guy who did Owen Hart. Anybody
Jason
remember?
Sensation?
Yes. I think, he kept on dropping the ball. But that's the one memory that I have of the Corporation that I love. Is that they were always made fun of,
Mm-hmm.
and they still could kick some ass. Because they had The Rock. They had all those guys that made the Corporation the Corporation. They had the corporate champion. So, and who else didn't go?
Lunchbox.
Lunchbox is here.
Hi, everybody.
Lunchbox is here.
I'm very glad that I thought Sorg was going to steal mine for a second there. My favorite memory specifically involves Evolution, and it was that the most likable Batista ever was in both face or heel scenario was when he was breaking away from the group and turning on Triple H and Ric Flair. That was when I was on board the Batista train. Afterwards, it was just downhill from there. They had that very interesting Hell in a Cell match with all kinds of weapons and stuff. It was good. I really did genuinely enjoy it. But really, then Batista went to SmackDown, and it was the rest of his career, in my opinion, was just downhill from that point.
Definitely.
It really didn't pick up, I think, until like the last few months of his career. Like when he was being douchey Batista again.
Mm-hmm.
I love the spotlight.
Awesome. Thanks for that, LB, and let us know your I don't think we have anything yet. Let us know your remember one. Let us know your favorite Evolution or Corporation moment on Facebook, on Google Plus, or at Mayhem Show on Twitter.